Hello everyone. I have my stream open over here. Make sure everything is working properly before I get started doing anything here. I'm going to finish up Pumpkaboo and then I'll be doing a bunch of sketch requests. Let me get that random list picker tool thing open for after I finish this. It looks like it already auto-filled it with all the stuff from last week, which is cool. And if anybody else has any other Halloween-y, spooky, autumnal types of requests, just let me know, and I'll add it to the list. Making sure I can see everything on screen here. Alright. Put the tool behind my OBS here. There we go. I think I can see everything now. How is everyone doing this Halloween week? Did everyone have a fun... I guess Halloween weekend could either be this weekend or last weekend. For me, it's kind of both. I went to a Halloween party last weekend, which was a lot of fun. And this weekend, probably doing something Halloween-y as well. I have Halloween plans on the day of as well, so doing the stream tonight. I guess tonight is Devil's Night. Mischief Night? That's not what it's called. Devil's Night is a Detroit thing. Okay, that explains it because I'm from Michigan. Also known as Gate Night, Goosey Night, Moving Night, Cabbage Night, Mystery Night, and Matt Night. Yeah, it's the day before Halloween, and you're supposed to cause mischief of some kind. I knew it as a day for like toilet papering and egging houses and stuff like that. Some people take it a little bit extreme and do more property damage. But I knew it as a day for toilet papering and egging, so but we call it Devil's Night. Alright, let me move that behind here. Cool, I already did the handing out. You already did your candy handing out? That's tomorrow for us. I hope my mom gets trick-or-treaters this year, because last year she got like 5 or 10 or something, like a really small amount, and they ended up leaving with like a basket of king-size candy bars. So those kids were in heaven, but my mom was a little bummed out that more kids didn't come by the house, you know. Let me get this Pumpkaboo ref open here as well in the corner. Beautiful. You have a parade tonight. Cool. That's fun. And I can actually Let me do the shadow and then I can get rid of the sketch layer entirely. So let's just do a little shadow shape down here. This will come together pretty quick. I wanted to start off the stream with, you know, one finished piece and then the rest can be sketches. Do I want it with that brush? No, I don't. I want it with, let's do the chalk brush. Nice oval shape here. And I was thinking, because I'm going a little earlier tonight, maybe I'll end a little earlier, but it depends. If there ends up being like a decent crowd and everybody's excited to watch more sketches, maybe I'll go 3 hours instead of 2.5. But we'll see how the night goes. Just doing it a little earlier this evening. Alright. Hide that. We'll see what the vibe is like in like 2 hours and reassess. Let's do maybe that kind of color. Beautiful. And then I was thinking the glow from the eyes could illuminate the underside of the little Pumpkaboo guy on top. So I'm thinking let's do a really bright yellow. Ooh, maybe I have an idea. Clipping mask. And let's make this eye color just a little bit darker first. Like this. And I didn't have anything black to wear for stream, so I got my most autumnal outfit. So I look like autumn, even if I don't look like Halloween. I think that's alright. This is not super bright. Let's lighten it up a little more. Maybe if I make the pumpkin orange darker, it'll make it look brighter around it, you know? Let's try that. Got some, yeah, send me the Halloween art. Absolutely. Yeah, I think a darker orange, and then get it nice and bright and light around the eyes. Let's try a clipping mask. I have an idea if I could make it look glowy. Let's try. Yeah. This is the right idea. But I think I can make it even brighter. But let's get the shape right first. And I did a little tiny bit of work on this off stream as well. I did these, I did the outlines here. Clean those up a little bit. To define everything so it could come together really quickly on stream. So we could get to the sketch requests, depending on who's in here and requesting stuff. And if nobody is, then your odds are really high of getting your sketch done tonight, so... Win-win for anyone who's tuned in. Just want to do a couple Halloween-y things for the occasion. Let's do... an even darker color underneath. Ooh, I think I'm gonna make the background dark as well. I'm so used to doing white backgrounds for everything. Ooh, dark purple I think is gonna be the move, maybe. Purple and orange is a good combo. Yeah, I kind of like that. I want to see how it looks on the other end, though. Because my screen is a little dimmer. Let me fix it a little bit. Here we go. Oh, wait. I wanted to make it brighter. Not. There we go. Oops. That's better. Okay. Have any of you watched or read Oshi no Ko? No, never heard of that. But if you have a spooky character request, I don't know if that's what you're referring to. If you have a request of anything kind of Halloween-y that you'd like to see me sketch, let me know and I'll add it to the list for as soon as I'm done with Pumpkaboo here. I don't know about that exact shade of purple. Maybe something a little more blue and a little less saturated. Like that. That's kind of doing it for me. And let's make this a dark purple. It's gotta be darker than that to be shadowy. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm into that. I think changing the Pumpkaboo color will help a lot, so let's do that. He is like a gray, but that's good because we can do kind of anything. He's a warmer gray, so maybe we'll lean a little pinkish. Something like this. Then let's see what Stickman can do for us with this color. Feeds us a little bit of purple, brings a little more of that purple in, which I kind of like. Yeah, I kind of like that. Though I do want to brighten it because it is kind of getting lost in the background a bit more than I would like. So let's... saturate. Ooh, I like that with the orange. That is cool. Maybe a smidge brighter. Though I like how the eyes pop, so instead I'm gonna make the background just a smidge darker. Now that looks really cool on my end, and I like the variety of like the orange and purple together, and the big chunks there. I really like that. I want just like one chunk here. Oops. It's like not orange or not that like brown color. That looks better. That looks cool to me. All right. We're gonna do a clipping mask. And I want to bring that yellow, or we might change the color of this, make it orange or something, but I'm gonna bring that light in on the bottom. Really look illuminated here. I think that'll be cool. Making sure I didn't miss anything in chat. I see myself in the webcam in OBS, I say this every week, and I'm like, oh, everything looks cute and good, and then I see myself a minute ago and I'm like that. It's like when somebody's playing guitar and they're really into it and they just make the weirdest face you've ever seen. I'm just in the zone. Actually, the light wouldn't go that far, I don't think. Just a little bit on the edge there. Just a little bit there. Mostly here. Brighten that up. Right here. And we'll do the same on this area. Make it brightest where the light would be hitting it. Do you have any pets you could draw with a spooky theme? No, I mean, you know what's a good idea though I did add to the list is my sister wanted a black cat done for her iPhone wallpaper, and I still haven't started drawing that, so that's currently on my list. It's like a cute little black cat with like a witchy moon and stars kind of background. Probably similar color scheme to this, to be honest. But she wanted something like that for her phone wallpaper. And she's the type of girl that even once Halloween is over, she'll still want the witchy black cat background for her phone, you know? It's a year-round thing. So I will do that if that pops up. Cute little black cat. Though it might be cute to do a little orange cat as well. Oh, what was I gonna do? Oh, was gonna fix this, how it's just not perfectly matching up here. There we go. Easy fix. Back to the yellow. Bring that down here. And go in and erase all the extra. I want to make that nice and soft and glowy looking before I get erasing. Yeah, I could do a cute little black cat. I could do maybe a black and orange cat because they're Halloween colored as a pair. Something like that. Maybe I'll add that to the list too. Oops. I want the chalk brush for the eraser as well. Take that light down just a smidge. There we go. Same for here and here. Alright, that looks cool to me. Make that a little curvier looking though, because I like that shape better. Torties are so cute. Yeah, they are. We love a tortie. We love a beautiful and unique looking kitty cat, don't we, folks? My sister had a gray tortoiseshell cat. It was very, very cute. We loved her. And everyone knows and loves an orange cat. And if you don't, you should. And then even though the light wouldn't travel that far, I don't think it's the light isn't that bright. I do want to just bring a little bit of it up here, just because I think it looks cool. Maybe a touch of it on the underside of this, and I think it helps add a little dimension too. You can exaggerate the light if it looks good. That's my rule. Art tip: you can do it if it looks cool. It doesn't have to necessarily make sense. I'm not being graded on this. I think it looks good, so I'm gonna do it. And I might change the color to be a little more orange, but we'll try that out in a second. I just like this grainy texture. I want it to be nice and soft and faded. Oh, I think I overdid that. Yeah, bring that back a smidge. There we go. That looks cool. And I don't like how these areas intersect, like the line comes to the same point. I'm gonna erase a little bit more on this side, just to make sure it's not so matchy-matchy. And then bring that up here. There. There we go. Digimon had Halloween Digimon before Halloween Pokemon. I don't know anything about Digimon, actually, to be completely honest. I didn't like grow up watching it or anything like that. So if you have a favorite Halloween Digimon that you would like to see added to the list, let me know. And then to make these eyes look glowy, I don't think Pumpkaboo's actual eyes are glowy, but I want to see how it looks, to see if it looks cool or not. Because I think it might look kind of cute, even if it doesn't totally make sense. Let's see how I feel about this. Ooh, I kind of like it with like the messy, sketchier look, and I might do that on the pumpkin eyes as well. Let's try that out. I kind of like that. Where's the glow? Right here? Yeah. What color is that set? Let's try... Ooh, and I hate how the eye and the leg there like intersect. I'm gonna fix that in a minute as well. Let's do this color and get a little messier with the shape. That kind of looks cool to me. I might just leave that. I might just leave that. Let's see. Noble Pumpkinmon, a bit complex design. You know, I'll add it to the list and I'll either figure it out or I'll skip and do something else. Noble Pumpkinmon. But I'm adding it to the list for now. fun long puppety limbs. I could probably simplify it, you know what I mean? I could probably find a way to make it something sketchable on stream. I think this looks cool. What was I gonna do? Where is... yeah, I want to make the... oh wait, before I get off track, I want to fix this area right here because it's making me crazy. Let me erase this part of the eye, and then I'll erase a little bit of the leg. Where is it? Where is it? Right here? Well, this needed to be brought in a little bit to match this outline anyway, so... now they're not jutted up against each other. That should look much better when I zoom out. Yep, and it does. Cool. And then maybe fix this eye just a smidge more. Oop. Redo that. Just cut the top off a little bit. There, that looks a little bit more carved, I think, with a few more straight lines. Straight line, straight line. Whoop. Just straightening out some of these curves, make it look more like it's carved with a knife or something. Chop it. I think that looks pretty cool. What else did I want to do? Oh yeah, fix this illuminated little bit up here. Then maybe try a different color. Let's try orange against the purple, though I think the yellow might be the move anyway. But just to see what it looks like, and I can always hit undo a couple times. The beauty of digital art. Let's try maybe fading it to orange up top as it gets further away. Yeah, kind of like that. That's interesting. And then what I could do, to add just a little bit more dimension, do another clipping mask, and if I imagine that this is outside, and there's like a glowy, cold moon, I might change this color, but just take a blue and just hit it with a little bit of the implied moonlight. Just to add a little something something. And I might lower the opacity because that's a little intense, but just to add a little bit of light from the top too. Actually, I kind of like that the way it is. Just really make that Pumpkaboo pop. Get a little moonlight on that guy, and maybe on the edges of the pumpkin as well. Let's do another clipping mask. Yeah, just a little bit of that moonlight. I think it's a nice little touch. Just a little something. I'm gonna carve this pumpkin shape a little bit right here. And then right here so it matches right there. Beautiful. I want to fix this line right here. Because it's getting cut off weirdly with the shape of the body. I'm going to move it in a little bit and then erase that excess. That looks good. And then let's combine all the outlines to one layer. Alpha lock, and let's change the color of those. Let's see. So satisfying to see you work. I love the freedom of lineless where you can kind of carve it. Yeah, it's fun to work this way. I've always been somebody that worked with a lot of outlines. Well, I guess my Animal Crossing series was like half lineless, half lines like this. But there's a lot of freedom in this to play with shapes and really like simplify your work, which I really like. You can have a lot more fun with it, and I'm trying to get more loose with the kind of art I do. Loose and free-flowing with the color choices and the shapes, and this way of working really does help that. So I would recommend it if you're somebody that's used to doing a sketch and then line art and then color. Nothing wrong with that. You can make some really amazing artwork that way, and I've done art with that kind of flow for years as well, but I really like this approach to art. think it's a lot of fun. It's the type of style I want to rebuild most of my work in my portfolio, you know? This kind of lineless. Ooh, and I just noticed the line doesn't extend above the eye here, so I'm going to fix that. I'm going to tone down the color of the lines here a little bit too. Ooh, didn't mean to undo that. I'll fix it. Right there. There we go. Tone down the color of it a little bit. Ooh, and then make it a little lighter and brighter where the light's hitting as well, so really make it look illuminated around that eye. That's cool. And the same for the underside here. Maybe hit it with orange, bright orange. Let's try that. That's kind of fun. Where the light hits, just have it a little bit of orange there. That might be a little overkill. Maybe lean it pink so it blends into the purple a little bit better. No, it's even worse. Let's try a darker orange. A redder orange. Just play with stuff until it looks right. Maybe bring some of that purple in a little bit. Make it subtler. Yeah, I think that's about right. And then erase this. That looks cool. I want to chop up this eye a little bit more. This is bugging me, this shape specifically. There we go. Chop, chop, chop. That looks pretty cool to me. I'm liking the way this looks. I might have tried it along with some fuzzy brushes when I watched your Animal Crossing videos. Yeah, that was years ago. Try it again. Very inspiring. Thank you. I appreciate that. Alright. Gonna do a noise texture layer. Let's do chalk like this. We can change this color too. I'm just laying down some irregular noise grain. Like so. It doesn't matter if it extends to the edge because I'm probably going to crop this in when I post it to social media anyway. So let's try... Yeah, that's a little too pink for my liking, so let's change the hue, see if that does anything. Make it... Ooh! I like the blue. I think that looks pretty cool. If I bump the saturation way up, it's a little crazy, but something like that I think looks pretty good. And there's a little bit of grain there. And then I want to make it a little bit grainier, so we're just going to add a basic black and white noise as well, and then put that to overlay. Tone it down just a little. I think that looks really sharp. I'm pretty pleased with this. Let me make sure it looks front and center on the screen here. And ask everyone their opinion of Pumpkaboo. I'm going to take a swig of water, and then I'm going to dig into these sketch requests. So that'll be the next phase of the stream. Where did my water bottle go? Oh, right here. I knew it was close by. How many folks do I have in here right now? It doesn't even say. On OBS, I think it says 3. Cool. That's cool. As long as it's not just me talking to myself, you know. If it reaches a point where I'm talking to myself, I'll just save the energy for another stream. This critter is absolutely perfect. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm very happy with it too. So even if I accomplish nothing else this evening, which I will in a moment here, I'm going to get to sketching. I finished Pumpkaboo, so this is a Halloween piece worth posting and sharing tomorrow, so I'm very pleased with it. Alright. Let's get into these sketch requests. Let's do another 10 by 10 canvas. And I'm going to make the background dark for my eyeballs' sake, and also so I don't have creepy bluish lighting under my face like that. It is a Halloween stream, but I don't need to be scary, you know? So we're going to make the background like a medium gray. And then make sure that shows up okay on your end. Beautiful. It's much easier on my eyes. It's like dark mode for sketching. Alright. Now, where is that list picker tool? I just had it open. I think I opened the Pumpkaboo reference in the same tab. There it is. Alright. I'm gonna pick an item from the random list. Drum roll. What did it give me? It gave me Jack Skellington. So we're gonna do Jack Skellington. I'm gonna take him off the list so we don't roll him again. Alright, Jack Skellington. I know what he looks like, but simultaneously I need ref. So, no, it might be kind of funny to try drawing him from memory. Now, do I try to do like a chibi, like little golden book style, or do I try to do him more on model, skinny? Or you know what? It might be fun to try to see cheese sandwich is the season for him. Or Christmas. Yeah, I could draw him at Christmas as well. You know what I might try is Tim Burton used to have a poem book. It was called like Oyster Boy or something. Melancholy Death of Oyster Boy. And I like that art style in that. Oyster Boy. So let me pull up a couple images from that. Very loose, kind of sketchy with like watercolor type of deal. So I might do something like that. Let me pull up a couple Oyster Boy pics for inspiration. There's one with the tomato head that looks like he's got a Jack Skellington build. Melon head. Okay, melon head, Oyster Boy. I used to have this book as a youngin'. No, I'm not giving him a Poggers face. I'm vetoing that because it's my stream and I don't want to do that. I want to make it cute. Somebody can commission me to do Poggers Jack Skellington. Alright, Oyster Boy. I need these high res. Where is this high res? Melon head is pretty good ref. It's got like a crayon texture in him. I like. Oyster Boy. Tim Burton. One more ref and then we'll get to it. Alright, just the actual picture of Oyster Boy is fine. Okay. He is a lad with an oyster for a head. And so, with these three refs combined... Yeah, just give me the Wikipedia Jack Skellington that's a 3D render. You know what? Why not? We can work with that. That's enough information. Then I got Melon Head, and I got Oyster Boy open in front of my eyeballs here. And I kind of like the loose, like, you know, when I was younger, I used to draw exclusively with, like, really cheap, awful Bic pens, because that's kind of all that was laying around the house. And it kind of reminds me of that, though I'm sure he used a much nicer ink pen for his drawings than the Bic ones. But it reminds me of art I used to do as a kid, and also it's a throwback because I used to have this book on my shelf as a kid, and I was into all the Tim Burton stuff as a kid before he started making exclusively terrible movies. So it's kind of a throwback for me. All right, let's do a light pencil brush, something thin to get into the mood because the lines on these are very thin. The Bic pens, yeah, I did all kinds. I got really good at doing like shading with Bic pens. I'm trying to get a feel for the size of the head I want. And I like this like creepy little body shape that Melon Head has. I'm trying to think of a pose for him. Maybe he'll be surprised at a snowflake, you know, what's this? Which I guess is more Christmas than Halloween, but whatever. I can do some snowflake shapes. But I would get really good at doing like cross-hatching and like fading the Bic pens into like shading. It was cool. Yeah, Big Fish was a good movie. The beginning of the end for him was that Alice in Wonderland movie. It was all downhill from there. I don't think he made a single good thing afterwards. Like, Big Eyes was watchable, but You know, it's no Edward Scissorhands. It's no, you know, Ed Wood. No, I don't know. Anything before. But you know what? Nightmare Before Christmas isn't even directed by him anyway, so whatever. But yeah, Big Fish was good. I had the soundtrack for Big Fish for some inexplicable reason. I think somebody got it for me because it was a Tim Burton movie. And they're like, you like this, right? I'm like, yeah, I do. So I know Every Day by Buddy Holly, because that was in there. And so when that came up on a jukebox one time, I was singing it, and this person's like, how do you know this? Are you like 100 years old? I know. I had the Big Fish OST. I kind of want to do uneven, squiggly, kind of wobbly, gooey head shape. I don't know how to describe it. I'm trying to feel my way through it. And then stitches. And he has a very long neck. I'm going to make it even more spindly. Big Fish was good. I'm trying to think of his other movies, but that Alice in Wonderland was unforgivably bad. And I don't think he's done anything like worthwhile since then. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe that Dark Shadows or whatever movie was good. I didn't see it. I doubt it. I doubt it was good. I want these to be nice and spindly. And his body should be even more spindly than this, I think. And I can make it solid black and then carve out stripes with a pencil brush like that. And then I can take his little tails of his coat like that. Cheat it, so there's two here. And I'm really not worried about the quality of the lines because I'm trying to imitate a very loose style here. We want much larger, longer limbs than this though. Something like that. And then very long, spindly fingers. You know? Let's see, sent me some Halloween stuff. It's good, yeah. I have the email app closed right now anyway because it makes a very loud noise on stream, which I'm sure I can disable at some point, but for now it is closed, so I'll check it later. Thank you. Need to see, have you ever drawn a Flatwoods Monster? Nope, I don't know what that is, but I'll add it to the list. Flatwoods Monster. And they're meant to be freaky monsters, but they're cute to me. Okay. Yeah, I'll add that to the list. And I've also taken Sally and the Mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas off the list because I think that's the only Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't want to spend too much time on too many Nightmare Before Christmas things. I think one is plenty. I kind of want to make his head bigger. Let's do even more crazy big. Spindlier neck. Long body. That's better. Yeah, when in doubt, just warp tool and make it 10 times longer than you thought possible. And then you'll be getting there with Jack Skellington. What's this? What's this? We want a nice big fat fluffy snowflake here. And it really doesn't matter if the anatomy is correct, because there's a lot of visual cheating going on with this this Tim Burton style. Like, the Oyster Boy I'm looking at, his little shirt sleeve is like this, and his hand is like this. That's about as much detail as we get. So, the bones I'm going to make real cheaty. just gonna do like 2 sections each. And it'll be a little bit better looking than this in the final. Or the sketch over the sketch I'll do. I can kind of float like Rayman hands too. Just keep it real simple. The fingers can float off of it too. That is not how the palm of a hand looks in any respect with the bones, but it's gonna work for me. Do one really long foot. Then I have to remember my little hack from Twitter where it's like, if you want a character to look like it's not falling over, you want to draw a line from the chin to the heel of a foot. So keeping that in mind, let's put a heel right around here. It doesn't matter where the legs go elsewhere. As long as one of the heels is right around there, it's going to look like he's not going to fall over with his big melon head, which I want to make even bigger. Yeah, really exaggerate and tilt it a little. He's really, really into this snowflake. Thinks he's in a Christmas world, but he is at Snowflame's house. He's just visiting Michigan. What's this? What's this? And then it's just the gray, crappy snow from like January to March. It's just the ugly snow that nobody likes. Just like a little button in the middle of his suit thing here. And he has like a little... Well, it's hard to tell. It's just all non-stop pinstripes, so don't get lost in the sauce of that. Two tails from his little coat right here. Whoa. If I stretch it vertically, it almost looks correct. You know? Just stretch, 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 tall, limber. I'm not sure about how this hand should go. Maybe like this. The snow after multiple cars drive through? Yeah, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And this hand, I want it to be small and dainty, like the other one. Nice long fingers. I want this arm to be even longer. I think we're getting closer. You know what? I want to fix this pose. Getting real. Maybe get a big fat eraser so I can actually see what I'm doing a little better. I want to fix this because I want him to be really like... I also don't want to spend all stream on him either, so I'm thinking too much. Let me look up Jack Skellington. What's this? What's this? I want to see him strike a dramatic pose. Oh, he's like holding a snowball on top of the roof, on top of the chimney. That's a good pose. I like that. On one knee. Maybe I'll do that. I like that. Let's open that up for Ref. He's brought to his knees by the beauty of winter. Alright. I like this. I'm gonna keep this. Tilt his head more like he's examining the snowflake. Tilt this. Tilt this. Make that snowflake extra big. He's got the torso ends right around here. And his little boot. I'm gonna give him little teeny weeny boots. Teeny weeny little boot. That. And maybe make the head a little bit smaller. I think I went a little... Yeah, there we go. That's the proportions. That's him. That's our man. But what do I do with the other hand? Maybe he's really... Okay, I have the vision. I see it in my mind's eye. He's got a hand here. He's got a hand here, and he's trying to capture a snowflake. Because he just thinks it's so beautiful. Something like that. And it's like floating, and there's emphasis around it with some ink lines. And there's other snowflakes around it, but that's the most beautiful one. And he's really focused on it. I like that visual. And then we'll get these coattails in here again. I like the idea of him being enchanted by one little snowflake in particular. I think that's cute. It's like that one's the most exquisite one of all. And then we'll fix the arm here. I think now we're cooking. I think that looks cute. And we'll do a little bit of snow underneath him. Chimney. Perfect. And then it's just a bunch of snow around him. I think it's time to fix this up. See if you can still see it on stream. Grasping the snowflake. Yeah. Should you subscribe? Only if you feel like it. I stream about once a week. I don't post videos as often as I should. And I don't post to social media as often as I should. But if you like what you see, subscribe, because I'll try to go live every single week, and I'll try to make more videos. So that's my answer to that. Yeah, okay. I was just checking on OBS if you can see. Because sometimes if I take the opacity down of a layer, I can see it, but you guys can't, as I've discovered. So I think this is a good pencil brush, but I want to see if I can find a solid, thin ink to make it even more like the style I'm looking at, the Oyster Boy style. Ink bleed? No, that's too fuzzy. Let's try fine tip. Ooh, but even the biggest size is way too small. Let's do technical pen, but smaller. Still too fuzzy. Let's try Jasinki ink. Nope, that's not it. Let's do... What is the most like a Bic pen? Technical pen? Technical pen might be the move. And then just make it a dark gray instead of black. That might make it look a little bit more inky. Yeah, I think that'll actually work. Alright. We're gonna roll with that. So... I'm gonna not worry about my lines being perfect or beautiful. Because the style I'm emulating has none of that going on. I am going to look up a picture of Jack Skellington's hands really quick. Hands. Just so I can simplify them. Okay, they're already pretty simple, it looks like. I'm going to really quickly sketch underneath. His palm is like this kind of shape. And he has 3 chunky little sections. We're going to do 2 for the thumb. Right? Is that... Am I crazy? If I'm imagining... Both thumbs would be on the inside, huh? And this bone is much bigger than the other 2. 3. Ironically, what I'm doing with this quick sketch looks very similar to what I want to do in the final sketch, as far as the looseness of the lines. So just channel that when I'm doing it. Right? Yes, this thumb would be... How do I still struggle so much with hands after all these years? But that looks right. And then tilt it. See, kids, no matter how much you draw, there's always going to be stuff that you struggle with. Yeah, thumb. do a big snowflake here. Whatever. I'll figure out the shape of it in a minute. Whatever. Snowflake. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And he has... Yeah, he has 4 fingers on each hand. 1, 2, 3. Something like that. Lower that opacity. And now we'll come in and do it right here. Syrup. Yeah, syrup is a good one. It's like a nice thick brush. If you look up, what's it called? Oyster Boy Tim Burton, you'll see what I mean about the really thin, wiry kind of shaky lines that I'm trying to do here. So I think this actually works pretty well, actually. I have to just sketch it as if I was just doing it just there. Because the way I was roughly sketching it there is kind of the look I'm going for, to be honest. Just very, like, crude, amateur-looking lines, but done on purpose, you know? Wiggly and uneven, and then I'll do a wash of, like, a watercolory shading layer to kind of match that Oyster Boy look, too. Yeah, and his like, palm shape is very uneven, too. If you look up Jack Skellington hands, there's a cool picture where you can see all the finger bones spread out like that. It's kind of uneven and chunky. I'm just doing 2 for the thumb, even though I think there's 3 bones for the thumb as well, but I like how it looks better with 2, so we're gonna just do... It's like sometimes I'll do the Disney princess hands on a character if I think 3 fingers looks cuter than 4. It just really depends on the piece. Just whatever I think looks good in the moment. No rhyme or reason. Like, I'm really not paying attention to how good or bad these fingers look. Just take this away. They don't look great, but I have a vision. And in some areas he goes over the lines a little bit. It looks like Tim Burton. Like, we'll double back on some of the lines a little, so maybe I'll do that. But we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna fill this in with black, and then erase some of the areas with the same brush, set to eraser, to get the pinstripes. So that's going to be how I do that. I think the watercolor wash look will help it make more sense visually. We're going to do this cat head shape thing on him. And then really loosely manually color in. Ooh, maybe I should do that for the sleeves, actually. Just as if I was using a Bic pen in real life. Just shade it like that. Kind of love that. And just do these spindly shaped things here. Ooh, I want them to stand out, so I'm gonna do that. So I want it to pop off the body. Don't want to use the eraser if I can avoid it. So I'm just rolling with the punches here. Is there that many bones in a neck? No, but we're just... I want it real loose like. See if I can do this Oyster Boy style, you know? It's hard. It's harder than it looks to imitate a seemingly simple visual style. It's tough. But I wanted to try it. Better than AI artist hands? Yeah, actually. Actually, you're not even wrong. Even still. You think they would have nailed the hands by now, the AI, but still haven't quite gotten it. That's too smooth of a shape. We want it real crazy. There we go. That shoulder's a little nuts and a little dark for my liking, so I am going to break my own rule of using the eraser. Wait, what is the set to? Technical pen. Because I don't like how thick that is on the edge for what I'm doing here, so I am going to chop that a little bit. There we go. It'll matter less once I get the shading and stuff in, but it was bugging me, so... Here we go. Do a shape like that for the coat tail, and then do a separate one for the second coat tail. Does that look okay for a coat? No. Maybe I just make it one shape. Keep it real simple. That was too smooth. I'm like unlearning. It's like when singers have to sing off pitch on purpose. You have to unlearn your good habits. Maybe just have it fork off at the end here to make it two. I don't think that's that bad. And then bring this down. And then I will use the fill bucket actually to save a little bit of time, because I don't want to spend all night on Jack here. As much as we all love Jack Skellington. Don't want to spend all evening on him. Move on to another sketch. That. And then he has little flat boots, I think, but I want to draw them with a little heel, because I think it's cute. Something like that. And some wiggly snow on the roof here. Alright. Now the head. That's too thick of a line. Yeah, especially Hot Topic, I think probably 50% of their revenue is Jack Skellington merchandise. Still, to this day. It has been for like however many years, 20 something years since this movie came out. That's their bread and butter. Kind of being random with the placement of the stitches in the mouth. And then being really loose with the eyes. Because I think the more chaotic they are, the cuter they're going to be. In my mind's eye. Might even erase a little bit of the excess on the edge. And then do a very special little snowflake shape. Get rid of this. Do we see the vision? It's so hard to do it digitally. This would be so much easier traditionally, I think. Because you can really get that hand-drawn ink look. Here it just looks like I don't know what I'm doing, I think. But we'll try to pull it together with a watercolor like wash at the end. It's tricky to do these seemingly simple styles digitally. It's really tricky. That's too thick of a line. Let's do that. And clean this up a little bit. There. And I want a special little snowflake shape. So maybe like that. Ooh. Okay. Maybe I'll sketch the snowflake first. I want like a cute little, the one with the borders around it, you know? Maybe with two little things coming off of it. I Or 3. Yeah, so it's like a little chicken foot. And very spindly and ornate. I think that's cute for Snowflake. Alright. And it's a huge snowflake. I mean, if snowflakes are microscopic, this thing is like a freak of nature. So I can see why he'd be very obsessed with it. Snowflakes should not be this big. Alright, now I'm going to get rid of that. Merge down. Let's try doing this thing I have imagined where I'm gonna... Yeah, it's working, it's working. Alright, and then take the same ink brush and use the eraser to carve out the pinstripes. I think this is gonna be what saves it. Already just adding the pinstripes makes it so much cuter. Take this arm in. I want it to be skinny, skinny. We're using the eraser tool as a brush in this case. Are they really stitches or lines for his teeth? Yeah, there's something like that. Whatever. The Elden Flake. I mean, at least at the ref I was looking at, he's got like a stitch mouth like that. Okay, that adds a little something to it. That adds a little something. It doesn't look exactly like I imagined in my mind's eye, but it's definitely something. And hey, this is just a fun, spooky sketch stream anyway. It doesn't need to be perfect. Ooh, I want to thin out this part of the arm. This is a little chunky. For Jack, that's very chunky. Okay. 3 lines like that. Okay, the pinstripes are adding something. It's helping. What'll really help is the final little watercolor type thing I'm thinking about. I don't know how these lines should run. Maybe like that? And just have it fade out. And I can fix where those lines are at the end there. Like so. I think this is a good exercise in like loosening up my line drawing, because I have been wanting to do kind of primitive, loose styles of art like this. So this is like a trial run for stuff I've been wanting to try in my own portfolio, I guess. Just embracing the imperfections of a kind of amateur hand-drawn line like that. Because I find like the illustrations in Oyster Boy I think are very like beautiful, but they don't look like typical book illustrations. They have a very unique charm to them that I think comes from that kind of thing. the fact that they're very, like, crude. I think makes them very beautiful. And we'll do 3 on this leg as well. That one's like escaping the bounds of the leg. Okay. I think that's okay. And now let's do some kind of texture underneath. And I think the soft round, this round rounder brush will work well for this. So I want to take this background color and make it just white. Or maybe off-white, like a gray. And then Oyster Boy is all monochromatic, where it's like all... Or maybe I do have a watercolor brush, actually. Let me see. Wet media. Yeah, that'll work, actually, really well. I think this is just a default Procreate one as well. I want to get a background in here behind him, so I can carve out some snowflakes into the darkness of the gray with some white, and then make him stand out as well. Get this chimney with this. There's the shading on the chimney. I think that works. Get the dark shadow on the head. A little bit on the palms of the hands here. I think this will actually work okay. Then I want to take the same brush and erase where the light is. This is actually coming out okay. Maybe I make it even darker. Hold on. Brightness, let's make it like... Yeah, a little smidge darker like that. And then we get a nice glow around the snowflake. And then that glows onto his face. This is a very magical snowflake. And get some of that glow on the hands as well. Do we see the vision here? Let's see. Are they stitches to Casper meets Jack Skellington? You're getting there. Yeah, give it a little bit of flair. A little flourish. Something like that. We're gonna carve out the shape of the snow. It doesn't look like real watercolor, like there's better brushes for this, but I think this is doing the trick for a quick sketch concept. It could be obviously improved on, but I think it's something, you know? Let's erase all this in the snow. Yeah, if I crop it in on the edges, it's not gonna totally screw me up. That's not bad, that's not bad. Let's merge these two. Perhaps make them a little like that. And then mask. I'm gonna carve in some snowflakes with that pencil brush. Or that technical pen. Just really simple. I'm not even gonna do like star shapes actually. Do another mask. Let's do a little, what the heck? There we go. Just simple dots. I think there's something to this. Maybe I'll get even more crisp and white on Jack, his face here. Just to really bring that out. Actually, give me that. I really want the focus on the snowflake and his face, so I'm gonna really bring that out. Okay, I think that's doing something. Get back to doing the snowflakes here. So yeah, more of a Christmas piece than a Halloween piece, I guess, if I had to pick one or the other, but Jack Skellington is Halloween to me. Regardless. Alright, I think I cooked a little bit with this. Not gonna lie. I think it looks pretty good. Let's see how it looks on screen to everybody. Let me crop it the way that I would post it, like that. I think that's not bad at all for like a quick sketch. I don't want to spend too much more time on him, so I think we're good here. I do want to do one little thing. Yeah. Do like this kind of line around it. Yeah. That gives it a glow. That's cool. Dig it. Alright. Moving on to the next sketch. I'll leave him on screen while I roll again. Alright, where did that tab go? I'm happy with that as well. It's not perfect, but there's proof of concept there with like that style. I wanna revisit that again in the future. Do I keep closing the random list picker tool? Alright. Pick a random item. What did we get? FNAF Ennard. Okay. I don't know what that character is. I know what FNAF is, but... Okay. Ennard, a little complicated. We might just do a sketch of the head with some wires coming off or something. Kind of complex. Kind of complicated. Or maybe just the creepy clown head. I do want to do a few sketches tonight. Yeah, let's do the head of the character with some of the metal coming off of it. That whole body and all that. That's like multiple hours. So, let's do it. I don't know why I'm duplicating that. Don't duplicate that. Let's just make a whole new 10 by 10 canvas. There we go. Alright, we're doing creepy clown. It's creepy clown time. Let's do... I'm just going to follow the ref, but I want to kind of exaggerate it. We're doing the head of this character. And maybe make it cutesy-ish. Let's see, maybe that's a challenge. Just try to make creepy clown character cute. I think, here's my hot take, is I think we're over, like, creepy clowns in media, and it's time to have, like, cute clowns again. Have you seen a clown in recent media that hasn't been, like, scary, creepy clown? All I can think of is the clown girl in, Ace Attorney. Like, for, like, cute clowns. And I don't know how recent that was. Probably not very recent. That must have been, like, what, 10 years ago now? We need cute clowns. Oh, Big Top Burger also. Cute clowns. Highly recommend Big Top Burger. That's cute clowns. Clown robot. But I think creepy clown is played out now, and we need to go back to cute clowns for a while. Yeah, Big Top Burger is cute. Cute stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll add them to, add those characters to the regular sketch list, you know? This might be a real quick sketch that I just, like, don't put much thought into. We can have those too. It's my stream, you know. If I don't feel like doing a sketch wholeheartedly, I ain't gonna do it, you know. I felt inspired with Jack. This creepy clown isn't doing it for me. Chica, I did a whole finished piece of her. I don't know if I'm feeling Ennard. Sorry to whoever requested Ennard if you're in this chat, which I don't know. I think it's just like me and 2 other people right now. Which is fine. It's crazy I've been live for an hour and a half almost now. It's flown by, I think. But I'm very pleased with Pumpkaboo and with Jack, so... Yeah, this one might be a real quick sketcheroony. I want to figure out how to simplify this, like, weird neck shape, though. This is definitely not cute. I give up on the making it cute idea. I've thrown that out the window, clearly. I don't know what this shape is. Folks, I'm not feeling this one. I gotta be real. I gotta be true to who I am. I don't know if this is the one to keep for tonight. But you know what? I can say I tried it. I tried Ennard. We're gonna leave this guy on the screen for a minute. Literally like 30 seconds. Not feeling it, folks. There's my attempt at Ennard. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry to whoever requested this character. Not for me. I'm not feeling as inspired by this as Chica, obviously, I was inspired by. Alright, we're gonna remove that off the list. Who do I have right now? I have Shipwreck 64, Phantom, Oogie Boogie. That's another Nightmare Before Christmas, but he'd be really easy to sketch. Flatwoods Monster, Snake eating the Christmas tree from Nightmare Before Christmas. I'll leave that on there, too. Draculaura, which I think is another... is that the girl I drew last week? I'm gonna Google that right now. Because if I already drew her, I ain't drawing her again. I drew a Monster High girl last week, or 2 weeks ago, or whenever. Is that the same gal? No, this is a different Monster High. Okay. Acceptable. I'll leave her on the list. Gertrude from I Hate Fairyland. I have no idea what that is, or if it qualifies for Halloween. Let's check that out. If that's not spooky, it's going on the regular list. Oh, she's kind of spooky. I see. I see it. She looks like a gothy Darla Dimple. I can dig it. Alright. Alright, we'll leave her on. Halloween Figment. Like Figment in a costume. That's just a bonus. The Witchy Cat iPhone background. Lilo and Stitch. Lilo as a vampire? Okay. Flutterbat from My Little Pony. Killer Rabbit from Minecraft. Noble Pumpkinmon. That's what I have on the list. Alright. Let's roll again, shall we? Actually, we're just gonna do a new layer on this. It's not that serious. Alright. Online random picker tool. Roll again. That's my one-handed drum roll. No, it just picked the same thing, so I didn't edit the list. Failing the drum roll, guys. Shipwreck 64. Alright, alright, alright. Now this one I can get into because this is my idea. And I don't even know if anybody here has even played this game. I haven't played it, I've just watched like Let's Plays. But I want to draw Bucky. Should I do like cute Bucky and then creepy Bucky behind him? Maybe? Yeah. Alright, let's open cute regular Bucky and then creepy evil Bucky. You know what it is, yeah. I like the creepy designs in that are actually creepy to me. Like FNAF, the jump scares are like funny. I think the jump scares in Shipwrecked are like actually kind of spooky. Like they actually got me. The first time I watched the playthrough, I'm like, ooh, didn't like that. The yin and yang of Bucky. I'll just do a quick sketch. I do want to do some like really good art of these characters at some point. But we're just having fun, so I want to do a quick, just a character study, if you will, of Bucky here. Learn his shapes. Bucky. You think it's Star Bucky's? What if they did like a spooky Bucky's, like you know how they do like spooky theme parks and stuff? But they just reskin a regular Bucky's to be terrifying for no reason. Five Nights at Bucky's. Bucky. I mean, I imagine Bucky's was probably an inspiration for Bucky, but I don't know. Isn't it just like 2 or 3 people that worked on this game, too? Like real indie stuff? The gameplay looks like whatever, like doing the stupid puzzles or whatever is not my thing, honestly, but the jump scares are very good. He has such a cute, sweet little face. Big old buck teeth. Cute little stumpy ears. I want to honor his polygonal shapes, his very basic structure, but also liven him up a little. Because I would like to do like little Golden Book art style, like the Chica piece, but with the shipwrecked guys. I think that would be really cute. There are worse horror games that got popular. That's true. The designs of the characters in the jump scares and those like the cutscenes with like evil Bucky shoving the guy in the oven or the deep fryer or whatever. Like that's spooky. Like that was well done. I was impressed by that.
What makes you think she's a witch? Oh, she's turned me into a newt.
Oh, that scared me for a second. The like Halloween music that I have playing, the DMCA free like music, had a voice for a second, and in my headphones it sounded like the voices that say Bucky or whatever in the game. It's like I didn't hit play on anything. I'm somehow creepypastaing myself. And maybe there's like the creepy Bucky face and like faded behind him, you know. Like those Sears family photos where it's 2 faces, but it's like the creepy one. This is the best idea I can come up with on the fly. I'm sure I'll think of a better way to integrate the creepy and not creepy Bucky together, but I'm just messing around, figuring out how these characters are done, you know. Very long buck teeth. The mouth is just a black void. And that would be like faded in the back behind him. Meanwhile, he's on his little boat. Whoop. Don't do that. Let's do the uniform. There we go. Okay, looks like he's gonna ask me if I'll fix the ship in Animal Crossing. Yeah, who? This guy or this guy? I'll have it like, maybe it'll be hidden in like the sky background behind him. Like, there's this like cute little sun in the sky. And isn't he holding a little like looking glass or whatever on the cover? 64 cover. Or did I hallucinate that? Yes, to both of them. Okay, there's the ship. I thought he was holding like a looking glass, but maybe I just like totally hallucinated that. I mean, nothing says he can't, right? But alright, I'm looking at the boat for ref of what the boat... Ooh, it'll be hidden in the sail of the boat. That's the ticket. Because here's the billowing sail. Maybe the sail is going this way with the wind. And then hidden in the like stained textured fabric of the sail is the creepy face. Something stupid like that. That's very like creepypasta tier, I think. It's just something very stupid like that. This is what we need for Halloween. And the cute little boat. Some cute little waves, very simple shapes. Very simple sky shape. And then Bucky. Why did I completely hallucinated him holding like a spyglass or whatever it's called. I just completely made that up. I guess he could just be waving. Because I do want it to be like kind of true to the game, I suppose. And if there is no like looking glass, then I'll just have him wave. Alright, bring back Bucky. Bring back my Bucky. And then he's a beaver, right? So he does have a slappy little tail. Yeah, he does. Okay, good. I was gonna say, if he doesn't have a tail, what were they thinking? What were they thinking? For their horror game, they want designs inspired by like the Jumpstart learning games. So I was going back and forth with ideas for the designs for those characters. So as soon as those are done, I'll, and I'll get permission from the person to share them. If it's not like super secret or something, but I think it's just like 1 or 2 people working on this game. But I was like, that is so right up my alley, like edutainment, Jumpstart, character style. I could do that in my sleep. So that'll be fun to work on. Looking forward to that. And I hope the game is cool so I can brag about doing the art for it. But it might just be somebody's personal project and it takes them like 6 years to finish it, you know what I mean? So who knows? Who knows? But happy to work on that. Jumpstart games. Yeah, like I was obsessed with Jumpstart 2nd grade as a kid. That was my Jumpstart game of choice. But you know what one was creepy was I think it was 3rd or 4th grade where it was legitimately kind of upsetting where like if the candles ran out, like your classmates would like get taken into the woods or something. Like if you failed the geography test or whatever. I might have hallucinated that too, but like that's kind of creepy. It made me think like my whole class was gonna die if I didn't like get the geography test right. It's a little upsetting to me. I don't remember liking it as a kid, but I think I'd appreciate it as an adult now. You know? It was creepy. I don't remember if it was a spin-off one or if it was like Jumpstart 3rd grade, but it was like one of those. It was in the Jumpstart series, and maybe that's that person's inspiration too. Is like you have like candles that get extinguished if you fail the quizzes, you know. Want to make a horror game like that, but the twist is it's played straight for the whole thing. Oh yeah, was that the thing? Is that she was like changing time, or is that your idea? Because I don't remember what's real or what I made up in my head as far as those games. I remember Jumpstart 2nd grade clearly because that's, to this day, how I remember, like, adjectives, like, what an adjective is. Because there's a song in there that's like, an adjective is a kind of word that describes things. Which one? Whose is it? How many? What kind of? And I think about it all the time. I still remember it. So those games were educational. I'm gonna expand. Yeah, alright. I think this is a good start to something that could be great. Jumpstart 3rd grade, is that one? Yeah, okay. I didn't hallucinate that then. I think this is an interesting start. I will come back to this another stream. Because I would like to flesh this out and make it like very Little Golden Book and cute. The word I think you're thinking of, 2nd or 3rd. Yeah, the adjective one was 2nd grade. I know that because like I think it was in the same room. No, it was in the different room. There's like a classroom and then there's like the main treehouse lobby or whatever. And in the treehouse lobby you could like collect postcards from NPCs. And I never got to collect them all because my game was like glitched and some of the mini games didn't work, but I remember being upset I couldn't completionist Jumpstart 2nd grade. I was well into like 5th grade and still playing it on and off for fun. Maybe 4th grade. Alright, that's a good start. We're gonna roll something else because I don't want to spend all night on this either. I would like to do something else spooky. Or cutesy Halloween or something. Let's see. Alright, I can take Shipwrecked off the list and Entered and Pumpkaboo. And these Nightmare Before Christmases. I already did Twyla. Alright, pick a random item. Why is it like freezing? Phantump. Okay, another Pokemon. Alright. Phantump it is. Oh, this will be a cute, easy one too. Very, very cute. Alright, sorry for the dead air for a second while I get a ref here. There's old Phantump. I'm very pleased that I got to sketch Bucky, Shipwreck 64, because that's been on my mind for a minute, so I'm happy I have something cooking in my brain that I want to do with it. Alright. 10 by 10. Let's sketch this Phantump. And the little notch is kind of in the middle of the head. I kind of want to do sketchy, scratchy edges on these eyes too. Especially because it's wood. I can do some like wood grain chunks in it. I think that might be cute. The little mouth. I do want to distort it, bring it in like that. That looks cool. And then the body is kind of long, but I kind of want to make it a little chibier and shorter and cuter. Something like this. It's like a little seahorse body, almost. It's a fat little seahorse. I'm gonna make that smaller. Little ghosty seahorse body. It's got cute little hands. Though I want the hands like up like yay, but I don't want it to intersect the head because I think that looks a little funny. So let's see what I can do here. Let me squish it down, make it a little flatter, and then I have a little bit more room for the hands so that it's not overlapping. There we go. There we go. Just narrowly avoids overlapping the head shape. I think that's cute. Nice little swirly swirl of shadow up here. I could go full Tim Burton and make it a little curly Q, but I'm gonna leave it rounded at the end, I think. Make this extra cutesy wootsy. Make it like squishy marshmallowy. Sorry, my eye's itching now. Whew. Make the neck a little bit thinner, perhaps. I kind of want to squish the body just a little bit more. Squishy squish. There, I think that's cute. Some more wood lines, I think. And then I can get a little scragglier with these tree things, these branch ear things. Get a little bit more straight lines going on here. Instead of, it's like soft and wiggly in the rough, but I kind of want to zigzag it a bit like that. Still keeping it cute and squishy, but I think that is cute. And similarly, I might do like a glowing effect from the eyes. Have like that pink inner eye glow. I think would be cute. I'm overusing the word cute, but I mean, look at Phantom. What other word is there? What other word is there? Precious. Adorable. I want them to be about the same size, these things. And also distort this to like push it back a little bit. Have that perspective of it going in the back with this one coming forward a bit. Take the whole image and kind of pinch it like that. That looks cute. There's that word again. My stepdad always makes fun of me. He's like, that's the only bloody word you know. It's cute. Well, it applies to so many things. It's not my fault. I am guilty of going shopping with like my sister, and you pull everything off the rack and you're like, cute, cute, looks cute. Sometimes it's just the only word you have in your head, and that's okay. That is okay. This design is so simple, I might do some flat colors and maybe finish it next week. We'll see. Let's at least block out a few chunks of color. I don't know if I want to finish it to the level of Pumpkaboo tonight, but I'm pretty happy with it, and it came together really quickly, so I think it's worth at least getting some progress on it tonight. Maybe I'll work on it off stream tomorrow. I don't know. So I want to get through as many sketches as I can this evening. It's already 8. I was thinking of getting off around 8:45, 9 o'clock, so good timing. Oh, I was like, where'd my dry ink brush go? It's in Toolbox. Not Recents. There we go. Doesn't matter if the color is correct right now, that's okay. We'll do a clipping mask. We'll do the dark, shadowy ring underneath. And then we'll leave this area still oval for the neck to come out of. Make sure that looks correct. More or less, yeah. I'm gonna stylize it like that. Yeah, I think that looks cool. And then... ooh, I wouldn't want to do another clipping mask. Let's do this. It's gonna be a little tricky because I have to cut it off right there. It's not so bad. Like so. Fill in these little areas on the edge where it's like not perfect. And sorry if I'm like a mile away from the mic. I keep backing away. And I'm already not super loud on the mic anyway. I've been trying to work on it conscientiously, but sometimes I'm just wandering away from the microphone. And that's okay, but I need to not. I don't know why that happens. I'll start leaning over here, or I don't know what's going on. Weird bad habits. Posture isn't as bad this stream as it typically is, though my head is like craned. But I'm getting better about that. And then on this same layer, oh no, I thought it was underneath the head. Never mind. We'll do that here. Easy peasy. Move that over here. And by the way, next stream I'll be in a different room. My background will look different, so get excited for that. Get hype. New background hype. Be a busy week this coming week, but lots of fun. Carve out this. That and like that. Beautiful. And then on top, we're gonna do. See, I'm really not doing myself a favor by making all these the same color. But at least the shapes are very easy to tell apart. And there's not that many layers, so it's not going to be that big of a deal, but if there were going to be significantly more layers, it'd be bad to do them all the same color like this. So I'm just like speed running this. Speed run Phantom. And then I want to kind of mess up the edges to make it a little more like it's carved into the wood or something. I don't know. I want some uneven edges on my eyes here. Or maybe I'll do it differently. Go back to where it was nice and clean. Go back, go back, go back. Alright. Clean this up on the inside here. And then maybe just do the edges kind of carved, because there are lines like that on Phantom around the eye. Yeah, something like this. Something like this. A mouth like that. And some wood lines like that. I think that looks cool. Top are like the pink eyes, which are just going to be orange for right now. Let's see what the color scheme for the shiny is, because sometimes the shiny color schemes are... Huh. Well, that's frustrating. Is it working? Is it working? Let's refresh. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back? I'm gonna wave at the camera. Let's see. Is it back? I can't tell. Bummer. Okay, I see myself waving. Okay, okay. I think we're good. Okay. Phew. Yeah, internet just like went out. Whatever. Anyway. Alright, with that being said, maybe I will finish up Phantom. I don't know. That threw me off. I didn't realize the internet was out until like, I'm like, hello. And hello, how are you doing? You know what, I'm gonna finish doing the leaf shapes on Phantom. I'll finish Phantom another day, perhaps. I want to see what my next sketch would be on the random picker tool. And if it's something that inspires me, I'll do that. And if it's something I'm not feeling, I'll come back and finish Phantom. I think that's the game plan right now. Especially because the internet's being finicky tonight. That was no fun. But listen, I've drawn a lot tonight, considering. And it ends up being about a 2-hour stream as usual, anyway. Yeah, almost 8:30. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna spin the random picker thing one more time. And I'm going to see if I'm inspired by what it picks. What are we doing? Oogie Boogie. You know what? It's my stream. I don't want to do Oogie Boogie because I already did Jack, but I do like the snake eating the Christmas tree from Nightmare Before Christmas. It's my stream, my rules, you know what I mean? I just really want to sketch that. Ooh, even better, there's like a black and white sketch of it that somebody did. That is cute. Alright, let me open the ref of the actual picture. I just think it's so funny. I want to draw the snake. So, let's do another 10 by 10 canvas. And I'm gonna draw a green line and see if it goes. What is happening with the internet tonight? Successfully connected. Okay, I see the green line. Jeez, oh Pete's. Okay. Yeah, this will be the last one of the night, because if the internet's gonna keep doing this to me, then we're not having it. So, I'm looking at the snake. Got a very round snout. And he's got a stretch right here where it's all snake. And then there's the Christmas present he ate in him here. And then I'm gonna have just a long, winding snake shape. Or maybe like that, yeah, because it looks like the tip of his tail comes up about here. So something like that. Something like that. Let's move him up. And then, of course, the Christmas tree sticking out. We're gonna simplify this branch shape. Kid freaking out in the corner too. Just like, ah! Maybe I will do the same style I did for Jack, because that was kind of fun. And it lends itself to this, obviously, because it's also a Tim Burton thing, but... Kid is just freaking. Even with like crappy little hands like that, I think works actually. That's cute. door. These kind of details don't really matter, but I kind of want it to look like the screenshot. I saw somebody else's like sketch approach to this in a similar style, and I want to try it because it looks fun. We'll make the kid look even smaller compared to the snake. Do the shadow. That. I might not even finish this one today, because honestly, this could get finished anytime between now and Christmas, to be honest. But we'll do some. It's just red ornaments, makes it very easy. I'm going to simplify. I'm just glad I got the stream working again. That would have been a bummer to just randomly cut off like that. So I'll say my goodbyes now just in case it does it again, but like, what the heck? What is going on with the internet tonight? I'm glad that OBS lets me come back to the same stream without having to like set up a new stream and all this BS. And most importantly, the little eyes on the snake, because it's very funny to me. There. Just like, how is this not like the funniest little... It's like the Grinch should have been more like stuff like this, where he just like has a bunch of weird little gremlins that help him destroy Christmas or something. It's just him messing with people's houses. You know, you really want to ruin Christmas, you gotta do stuff like this. I also like the idea that the snake wasn't trying to do anything wrong and it was just legitimately hungry. I think that was kind of the case though, is like none of the Halloween Town people were trying to do anything wrong, right? Like they thought they were doing Christmas. They're like, sure, whatever this thing is, we can do that. Psst, easy. The snake I'm sure is longer than this, but the screenshot cuts off after it goes back like here, and then you just see like the tail here. So maybe... No, I'm kind of happy with the shape of that. It's fine. And then maybe I crop it with like a funny border like that, you know? Misshapen and kind of hand-drawn and funky. I'm into that as a concept. And I'm okay with the lines being uneven on the snake as well. That is okay by me. I would like the width of the body to make sense, but I don't care if the lines on the snake are necessarily all even. If they're close enough, that's good. And then these ones can be real tiny at the end. And then it looks like there's a glow from like this corner of the room, so I'll do that where it's like the highlight is on the snake. And then a couple balls over here, ornaments on the ground here. Casting shadow. And then the snake casting a shadow as well. A very conspicuously present shaped shadow. I think this is good. This is a good bones to what I'm trying to do here. We can just make this whole doorway open, actually. That'll just be shaded like that and just have the one door open. I don't need two doors. One is adequate to show what's going on here. And the full child's shadow shows up in the original, which I kind of like. I like seeing the full shadow shape, so we're going to make the kid even smaller. Or basically the full shadow shape. There. So I like the way that looks. Alright. I like the tree sticking out as well. And it's got a little tree skirt on the end, I just noticed. So we'll have that sticking out of the tail end here. Okay. That works. And have another ball hanging from there. Alright, I think that's something. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it tonight, but would be cute to finish for Christmas. But I want to do the same thing I did with Jack Skellington, where I have the very loose maybe go over them a couple times for the eye just to really put emphasis on them. Yeah, I like that. And the snout goes in a little bit and then out. And then tapers into the body. So it's like that kind of shape. Like that. That. Like so. The lines are coming out just right because they're smooth, but they're not perfect, which is about where I want to be for this. It's almost got like a notebook doodle quality to it, I think. I think that's what I like about these kind of lines. It's like somebody drew it in the margins of their homework or something. It's a little bit of a rectangular present. I'm gonna square it off a little. That's better. And this can taper a little bit better. Come down like that. My foot's falling asleep because I'm sitting like a freak. I was like cross-legged, but one was just like way too high. If I could get even the stripes done on this snake, that would be huge. So let's do that. This like whimsical music that's playing is perfect too. I just looked up lo-fi Halloween on Spotify and just hope for the best. This playlist has been serving me okay this evening, I think. Because some of the royalty-free Halloween music is like, I don't know, not great. It's like what would play at a very cheap haunted house. And it wasn't exactly the vibe. I wanted something a little bit more mellow, in line with like the Animal Crossing music I've been using for every stream. So I think this fits the bill. Right.
There's one place we won't be stopping to trick or treat.
Alright, I think that's correct one.
Where Jones
Yeah, that's right. It's alternating. Okay, cool.
I hear she cooks up magic spells in her
Now,
cauldron. I heard it from Freddy, who heard
let's
it
get
from
in
Lenny,
these.
who heard it from Fuzzy.
I think I want to stylize it like this, where I don't even draw a solid shape for the branches, just like the outline like that. Let's see how that looks. Is that enough detail? Yeah, I think that'll work actually. I didn't see how the other person who did this did it. They might have done something similar to stylize, but I think that works. The shapes of those strokes are not ideal for me, but just round out the edges of them a little bit. I don't like the little pointy ends it gives it when I do that. That's not my favorite, so I think we're gonna scratch that idea. Because I don't want to have to do that on 100 different individual pine needles. So back to the original concept, which was just doing these very messy, fuzzy shapes. Now I'm curious, how did that other person do it? I saw somebody draw this in their style. Oh, they did it like super detailed. Huh. Alright, alright. I'll do something different. Or maybe I come back to the tree another day. I finish the tree at Christmas. I do the snake for now, because I want to ponder how to do the pine needles in a way that matches the style, and I don't want to expend that much brain power on figuring it out necessarily tonight. So I'm gonna do the Christmas tree skirt shape for now with the like loose pen. There's like a zigzag shape that happens on the skirt. So I think that's okay. But I want to figure out how to do this a different way another time. Hello, how are you doing? How is your evening going? But I'll do the other elements tonight because I have a clear vision of how I want to do them. But I'll come back to the Christmas tree of it all another time. Maybe I'll even do a simplified version of there's a wallpaper on the back that's got these like little like flower shapes. You know, maybe I do that. I have ideas. But this will be when I revisit. I want to ponder how to do the pine needles. I'll have to try a few things out. I'll just use the eraser on that middle part there. And similarly, the boy's hair, I might ponder on how to do another day as well. I'm alright, more or less. How are you? Doing okay. I think I'm gonna finish this up for the evening here. Maybe I'll go back to Phantump and finish up Phantump just to end the night, like bookend it with another Pokemon. But I'll show you what I've been up to here in a minute. Some spooky requests. This one was for my own entertainment. Because I did Jack Skellington earlier in the style of the Oyster Boy poetry book that Tim Burton did forever ago. Hence this like kind of messy pen style I'm doing on this as well. I did Jack Skellington, I did Pumpkaboo, I did a quick sketch of Bucky from Shipwreck 64. I think maybe ending with Phantump is a good move. Because I do want to revisit the pine needles another day. So we'll come back to old Snakey here, but I'm happy with the basic shape and the idea. And I have a vision for how I want the whole thing to look at the end, so... and trying new stuff style-wise, so I'm happy with that. So I'll show you. We did Pumpkaboo. I'll put each one on the screen for a minute here while I chug some water. Got Pumpkaboo. Got a Jack Skellington piece in this very simple kind of pen style. And then a quick sketch of Bucky from Shipwreck 64, a horror game. So the idea is it'll be like a faded impression of the evil Bucky, the jump scare Bucky, faded onto the sail of the boat when it's finished. And then obviously the snake I was just working on from Nightmare Before Christmas. And then we're going to finish with Phantump. I think that'll be a good way to round it out. I wasn't going to finish Phantump, but like honestly it's so far along now. I might as well, you know. And it would be cute because then I'd get 2 Pokemon pieces I could post for Halloween. So I think it's only right. Well, I had the internet go out twice. It was a whole thing. So I'm like hoping that doesn't happen again. Alright, and what background color do I want? Let's get the basic colors in first, because I have all this stuff done. I think the only other thing I wanted to do was some lines on the wood. Just to make it look a little woodsier. So quite a variety of things I've managed to do this evening. Alright, I think these are all the solid colors at full opacity. Take the sketch away. For now, let's just do a medium gray. We'll come back to this, because I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I do like gray tones, and maybe everything being really desaturated gray except for the eyes would be cool. So let's go with like greeny gray, because the green on the leaves we can kind of blend into the gray tone of everything. The wood can be kind of mossy green. That's what I'm feeling anyway. So let's try a medium tone greenish gray for the body and for the hands. Let's try a more desaturated kind of mossy grayish wood tone that leans a little green, and maybe add some saturation, some brown in there. Maybe use that Stickman brush to get some texture. A little bit more of this. Let's do this brush. Already we want that gray darker. Ooh, it's a difficult balance. So maybe like that? Or maybe lighter gray, green gray, like that. Okay, I kind of like that for now. We'll come back to it. Let's do that color. A little darker. That's better. And then it'll be even darker underneath. So, something like that. Oh yeah, this is just regular Phantump. Oh, I was gonna look up shiny Phantump. That's what I did. You know, I kind of like the regular colors better, to be honest, now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, let's do regular. Let's do regular. Next Pokemon I do, I'll do a shiny. How about that? But for this one, I like the regular colors. It's moodier. You prefer the shiny yourself. You have one of each. Danny Phantump. The shiny is interesting. I'm not opposed to the shiny, but for like the moody Halloween gray feeling I want, I think the original is pretty cool. All right. I am so bad at like playing Pokemon for real. The only shiny I ever got was Gyarados, because I got a shiny Magikarp, because getting the shiny fishing ones is like easier than getting the other ones. I was very proud of my lobster boy, but was never any good at like properly playing Pokemon and shiny hunting. I was very proud of my lobster. I want to get almost like a moss tone. Yeah. Fully embrace the green and gray of it all. And then blend that into the color of the leaves so they'll be a little more desaturated green. Mossy green. Maybe some yellow green on the edges. Yeah, I like that color. And then the shiny's cute, white with red leaves and blue eyes. Shiny Pumpkaboo is purple, which is also good shiny. You know what would be cute? Maybe next stream I just take... My hair is like covering my face. What is happening? Maybe next stream I take the existing art and I just recolor it to be shiny because I have all the layers in place. So that would be fun to take the exact same art and then just recolor it to be shiny. I could do that. Let's do... It's like a pale pinkish, but I want to make it a little bit more saturated and bright. Because I want that to be kind of the only pop of color. So we're going to make that a little brighter. Make that dark in there. And then I might have to mess around with the colors I do. Because I want the body to fade from dark to light like in the ref. Because I like that look. But I don't think it stands out enough on that. You know, it's fine actually how it goes into the body. I think it's okay that it's dark there. I like that. I think I nailed that. And then blend this into the body. And similarly we blend this into the body. I think that looks pretty good off the rip. What was I gonna do? Add the lighter color to the top of the swirl here. Let's do this, Nico roll. And then blend with the round render. Makes it a little softer. To bring some of that black in though. Soften it up a little. That looks pretty cool. Then I want to add a little bit more of that mossy color to like the shadow part of the head. Just a little bit of that mossy green. Just think it adds a little something something. I think that's cool. In the newer games you just kind of stumble upon shinies pretty often. Interesting. I just remember them being really, really hard to find. I think my lobster was in either X or Y. I don't remember which one. I think I had Y because I thought it would be the one that less people would have. I always try to get the one that I feel like less people will have. That way if like my friends are playing them, I'll have the Pokemon that they don't have and we can trade, but that never happens. So I'm thinking of my friends when I do things like that, but then it never like pans out like that. Or the friends I do have that play Pokemon are the types that get both the games anyway, so like, who am I fooling? But I try to get the one that I think will be the less popular of the two. Either based on the design of the legendaries, or if the name is less cool, because I think Y is less of a cool name than X. Like Pokemon X sounds cool. It's like Extreme Sports or something. Pokemon Y is like, well, why does it exist? But so I try to get the like Land of Misfit Toys one. I don't know. These eyes are different sizes, which I don't hate, but they're not so different that it looks intentional. They're just different enough that it looks like I messed it up, so I'm just gonna try to even them out. Okay, and then I'm not crazy about how that glow is looking. Let's try a few things out. Screen isn't doing it for me. Ooh, that's kind of fun. The color dodge. That's fun. I kind of like that. It's not exactly a match for like the real color, but I like it. I like that burning intensity of it. And I also don't know if these eyes are supposed to glow like canonically, but I've been doing glowing eyes on the Pumpkaboo as well, and I just like how it looks. So accuracy be damned, you know? If I think it looks cool, I think it overrides whether it's accurate or not. And I think that looks cool. I like the glow from inside. I like that. Let's see. Prior to that, you only had a random encounter shiny appear in XY and your Phantoms. Phantom is a good one to have, I think. And then what did I want to do? I wanted to add... Alright, first of all, let's see if I can take this a little darker without losing the Phantom. No, I like the green. I like the mossy green. I like that. And then what did I want to do? I wanted to try the clipping mask, adding a little bit of highlight to the very top. Maybe not with that brush, maybe with that. A little lighter and brighter, as if there's like natural sunlight, so it would be almost whitish. Let's see how I like this. If I don't, I'll just get rid of it. I kind of like that. I'm going to erase some more of it too, so it's not this intense, and then lower the opacity. But I'm kind of into that as a concept. Let's pull it back a little. Let's pull it back. Okay, I kind of like that. I kind of dig that. I might do that on the arms or the ears, whatever, as well. Oh, I didn't want mask. I wanted clipping mask. Silly me. Clipping mask. There we go. Let's do the same on the edges. Here. It's kind of getting lost against the green, so maybe I'd take that background and make it just a smidge darker. That's okay. Pull that back a little, erasing it. Oops. I like it less on this part than I do on the top of the head. So maybe I really minimize it and just make it a little bit. I don't mind just a little bit of it. And then I'll do just a little bit on the other as well. And see if I like it. And if I don't, I'll just get rid of it. Where is the other? Oh, it's right here. Clipping mask. Because I like how defined the shapes are of the branches, and I don't want to lose that, but I just want to see what it looks like with this little bit of light on it. And maybe I'll change the blending mode and I'll feel differently about it too, like I did with the glowing eyes. So let's try that. Let's see if I can make it like a little glowier, perhaps. Ooh, color dodge again. I think color dodge is the winner here. I like that. I like the way that looks. Yeah, I think that's cool. I'm feeling this. So literally one of the smallest Pokemon in the game in terms of how it looks in the overworld. I don't know about canonically it just changes its eye color. Like, how am I supposed to see that? There's a lot of barely there shinies. Yeah, that's annoying. Alright. Now that I'm looking at him, what else do I want to do? Oh, I want to change the colors of the lines here. And where are the other lines at? Oh, it's here. Okay. So I want to change these things to blend in better. We're going to get a darker wood tone, like here. just so it's not solid black. That looks cool, and then I'll do a similar color here on these to make it more woody. I actually want to be annoying and move this shape down a little bit so it doesn't jut into where the highlight is there. That looks better. Similarly, scoot this over a smidge. That looks cool to me. And I need to get better about actually talking into the mic. Tonight has been the night of me backing 25 feet away from the microphone. I'm so sorry. All right. And then I wanted to fix underneath here. Actually, what might be interesting, no, because the eyes wouldn't glow all the way down there. I was going to say have some of the color glow down there, but nah. Maybe around the rim of the eyes. That's probably overworking it, but I want to try it really quick on a clipping mask so it's easy to delete. Let me see if I just like hit the outline of the eyes with a little bit of that eye color. If that's cool. Ooh, I kind of like that. Just a soft little something something. It might be a little overkill. So I'm trying to think of how to add a little depth to the like the wood carving of it all, you know? Without taking away the simplicity of it. Maybe if I take away the opacity a little bit. It's just like tinted orange. I don't know if that's overkill. What do we think? Let's refine it right here real quick. Do I leave that in to suggest kind of a 3D thing? Or do I omit it and just leave it simple? Keep it simple, stupid. Because otherwise I think it's pretty much done. I mean, I'll do like a texture layer on top just to give it a little something. But let me make sure it's visible on your screen the way it is on mine, the full body. I think that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I'm very pleased with my Pokemon progress for the evening. Yeah, you've seen that, yeah. I've seen them portrayed that way in fan art. That's all I needed to hear is I'm not the only one who's imagining the glowing eyes. Because I think it's really cute. I think it looks good. And I'm okay with the fact that the eyes are a little wonky. I think it looks like on purpose right now, so I think it's cute. I'm gonna take one more swig of water. Noise layer, because that's what I do. Add a little texture. Where is it? Canvas. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Noise. Overlay. Bring it down just a smidge. There we go. I think that looks pretty sweet. And it also kind of matches my green sweater a little bit. So, I'm extra happy with it. What do we think? Anyone who's left in chat? All 4 concurrent viewers. What do we think? I'm very pleased with my Halloween output today, not gonna lie. Got a couple cute spooky finish things to post, got some sketches done. All in all, a pretty successful stream, I think. He is the ghost of a dead child, allegedly. Yeah, there's some like weird lore with a lot of these Pokemon, isn't there? Some of it's way darker than it has any right to be for Pokemon. Cute. Thank you so much. Alright, with that, you just like Phantoms though. That's cool. If you're a Phantump fan and you're happy, I think I've done my job. Alright, so we've got Phantump. Just to go over what I've done today again. We got a Pumpkaboo. How cute. Like, come on. The purple and the orange. That's everything. I'm posting these on my socials tomorrow, by the way, so if you want to retweet or whatever, I'll be doing that. The finished ones. And then this one I might post on a different day as well. Like, I tried to do a different style for this one. I think he came out pretty cute. And then Bucky from Shipwreck 64. Gonna finish this one a different day. I have ideas for how I'm gonna finish this one up. And we have the snake from Nightmare Before Christmas eating the tree. Kind of hard to see now that I'm seeing on my end. There's my sketch underneath. And I'd finish him another time as well, maybe for Christmas. Would be a fun one to do. Try out some real watercolor brushes. I think that would be good. Do that one in color with some like watercolor brush. And then last but not least, our little phantom here. Pretty good array of spooky cute things. So I'm going to leave him on screen. And I'm going to wave and I'm going to hold up the peace sign. Because every time I end my stream, I end it early. It's lore. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me read this comment. It's lore that it's a child that died in the wood. Its spirit inhabited a stump. I subscribe to the idea that the dex isn't 100% accurate, but that's the whole thing. Yeah, it could just be like urban legends, right? Yeah. Alright, I'm going to put a peace sign up, and then I'm going to end the stream as soon as I see the peace sign. Because I always end the stream too early, and then when I go to watch the replay, it's just me in the middle of a ramble and it ends, which is no fun. But hope everyone has a very safe and fun and happy Halloween, and I will see you all next week. Peace! And now I wait.